On today's episode.
Okay, now here's the thing.
All right.
Smith has all the modern technology. You look at the M&P line, the 2.0, the metal, the competition, the response, the FPC. You've got it nailed as far as modern, defensive, competitive, semi-automatic guns.
Yes.
But Smith & Wesson is also a 150-year-old company.
That's also true.
And Smith &
170.
Wesson made, here's the segue, some classics in the gun world.
I see
and
what you did
some
there.
of those we're talking about today because you
there.
do have a classic series.
We do.
Of revolvers.
We do.
And today we're talking about the 19, the 10, the 36.
Right.
The Model 20.
Of which we have two. Yeah. Yes. The 20 is definitely a callback because we have not made that in
so
some
we
decades.
did a couple barrel links of the Model 20 as an exclusive. We did that Texas Ranger commemorative.
Yep. 4 and 6 in the 20.
Yep. And so today, this is the Model 10, the Model 36. There's also a Model 19. But what I want to differentiate is you have that classic series in production today.
Yep.
But what we're announcing today is a new version of that classic series.
It is a callback, if you will.
Yeah.
It is a callback to the actual original no dash guns of that era.
Right. So we've gone back. You can take a look at the classic series, and you'll see the differences right away. But what we're basically doing is going back to that original configuration of these models.
Yes.
In regards to front sight, the grips.
In particular on the 10 and on the 36. So the original grips that came on the Model 10.
Yeah.
No logo, no nothing. Just the original grips. The original front sight on both the 10 and the 36. And the original grips on the 10, the original grips on the 36. The original sights on both when there was no dash. And then, of course, if we were going to go back to the original, we had to get rid of the lock.
Yeah.
It's going to be very apparent on the close-ups that is no longer on the gun. Probably going to be a little excitement about that. Just being honest. Based on social media feedback for the last decade or so. So we've obviously been working on this for a long time, and this kind of a starting point for us was to revamp it or bring back some of the original classic series guns. Obviously, all of these are cataloged. You know, the 10 and the 36 in particular. The 19 still has that red ramped front sight, but it too also is missing that lock. But the 10 and the 36 we wanted to get to you early on purpose because obviously we're going to have them on display at SHOT Show. You'll be in our booth for a variety of reasons. I'll be coming over to your booth for a variety of reasons. But the 10 and the 36 in particular, having gone really back to the actual original sight system grips. And then, of course...
Well, and for that matter, on the Model 10, that barrel's different as well.
That is correct.
So this has gone back to the pencil barrel configuration.
All the way back to the original configuration.
So there's some real distinctive differences between this and the existing classic series.
That is correct. On the 10 and the 36.
Right.
Yes. The 19 is the same as the current spec'd out configuration, just no lock.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, I think both from a collector standpoint, because these guns haven't been available manufactured this way for decades. So from a collectible standpoint, snatch them up. But obviously the engineering production capabilities are all modern.
Sure.
So they're no less capable revolvers than they were originally.
No.
Or than anything else you can get now. as far as functionality, reliability, accuracy. The trigger on that Model 10 is just amazing. It's the kind of something you guys are known for in your revolver lines.
Right.
Is the smoothness of that action. So now you've got the capability to grab something from the past that is made in a modern fashion.
That's right.
Is that?
Sure. I mean, I think that is the best way to put it. It's something we've wanted to do for a while, and I think coming out with it in these configurations to start is kind of a very similar to what we did with 1854, right? I mean, I feel like we've done an absolutely phenomenal job. Bodyguard 2.0 being the most recent thing has won, a host of awards and is being hailed as one of the most innovative pistols of the last, as long as I can remember.
Sure.
From a technology standpoint, I think continuing to innovate on the revolver side, and that being the first thing that we did, is just as important. And there's a lot of people out there that still collect revolvers, that still shoot revolvers, and so doing it in this manner and starting from, some widely loved originals is probably a good place to start, and that's what they did.
No, I think it's cool because you're basically holding a piece of Smith & Wesson history that's being made right now.
Yes.
Today.
Yep.
Using today's methods. But that quality is still there, but that look is so iconic. And to go back to those original grips, original sights, and not have that internal lock mechanism, just that takes you back to it's like finding this in mint condition from 50 years ago. So I think to have that made currently, it's a testament to the quality and the iconic nature of these guns that people would still want them today, and I know they do.
Yeah, and it was the perfect, again, and I hate to harp on the classic series, but I felt like it was the perfect place to start.
Yep.
I mean, if we were going to start anywhere, start on the stuff that got us to where we are today.
Sweet.